How's it going, YouTube? It's Tom here. I have a Honda GCV 160. It has a no start condition and it has no compression. So I'm going to try to show you what I'm going to do to fix that. And in my case, this is what the problem was. So a common problem with these Honda engines are the valve guide right here, on the exhaust side. It ends up walking out of its seat, and what that does is it ends up limiting the travel of the exhaust valve, and ultimately, in my case, caused a no compression issue. So what I'm going to do is, it actually was so bad that the valve coming down, hitting the valve guide here, ended up mushrooming the valve guide, I guess the top of the opening here, and it actually made my valve unable to completely close. So what I did was I took a utility knife and I slowly went around the edge and removed the mushrooming. It took about 5 minutes. I just used a little vacuum, took a little vacuum in there and pulled out the metal shavings, any little bit of metal shavings that might have come off of the valve guide, and worked my way around there. And it actually I ended up freeing up the valve. You can see it kind of comes up, and it's seating. You can kind of hear it's seating in the actual chamber cylinder right now, much better. So what I have to do now is to knock this valve guide back in all the way into its seat, and I'm going to do that with the socket and a hammer. Just before I do that, I wanted to kind of show you how I did this. I actually had a vacuum on at this time as well, but I used this utility knife and I just slowly went around the edges here. I know it seems a little crude, but it wasn't very much, and it did the job pretty well. There shouldn't be any kind of scoring or anything in that valve guide. Okay, that's all done. It's seated back in there. I don't know if you can see it now a little better. I have full movement on my valve. It's not moving all the way down, only because I have a little rope in here, so the valve didn't possibly even fall into the cylinder, which would really stink. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to button it up. I'm going to put the spring back on, the valve spring back on, and put the rocker arm back on, and I'll be back in a minute. One thing I wanted to say before I put this spring back on, the valve spring back on, is what I've seen on other videos on YouTube are it's more of I'll call it a permanent fix for these, is some guys use a intake valve guide seal on the exhaust side. What they do is they take the outside of the seal is it's a metal piece, and they take the inner rubber seal basically off, and just use that to hold that valve guide in place. And in the seat, the actual spring pressure holds the valve guide into the bore there. So if you want to, I'm sure you could Google it up. I'll probably end up doing that to this particular engine at some point, but I just don't have the part right now. Here's your exhaust rocker arm. I'm going to put back in place, and I'm going to set the valve lash. This just kind of slides in over your valve, and you have a pin right here that all it does is slide right in through and right in. No tools required. I'm going to set the exhaust valve lash at 8 thousandths. This is, as you can see, the camshaft is in the we're in top dead center right here, right now. So there's no I'm sorry, I can't think of the word. There's no tension on the actual rocker right now, so I can set this just like this. What I'm going to do is slide this feeler gauge under, turn this down until I get just a little bit of resistance, and then I'm going to tighten up this nut. And I'm going to tighten it up just a little more. There we go. That's perfect. I'm going to double check my intake clearance, 6 thousandths right here. And that's perfect too. Okay, I just hooked up a compression gauge back to the engine to see if this fix worked. And let me give it a try. You can see that we have about 78 pounds right now, and like I said, we had nothing beforehand. That's a great running engine right there. Okay, back. I cleaned up both mating surfaces on the block and on the cover. Put a little Permatex on there, and we're going to just get that back on. All right, I just sprayed a little ether in there. Choke is on. Choke is on now. It's in a run position. Fuel is on. Let's give it a shot. Okay, that's perfect. That's all I wanted it to run. I don't want to run without the without the pump being hooked up to water for this power washer. But that definitely fixed my problem. I did not get anything before that. Like I said, there was no compression, and now we have I think I was 78 pounds. So that's going to be more than enough. That's perfect for this engine. Okay, thank you for bearing with me for this video. This is the first time I've ever done this. So I hope this helps you out, and if it does, give me a thumbs up. Thank you very much. Bye.